Hey, good day, good day, good day. I just wanted to hop on and first of all, thank you guys for still hanging with me. Thank you for still following my page. It's been 7 months since I did my last video, and I did say that I was gonna do give updates regularly about my situation, and I haven't. Just to give you a brief description, I am still I left my apartment. That was my last video. So I left my apartment. I am staying with a relative friend. Um, but yeah, I'm not in the street. I'm not in a shelter. I still have my dogs. I'm still working. I didn't secure a second job yet, but things are moving along. The reason I decided to hop on is because I had a alarming experience on Thursday. Um, I hate saying all the time, but I had a alarming experience at LL Bean in Dedham. And what happened was my daughter purchased me a pair of boots from LL Bean, the Bean boots, and she did it from like a third party site, maybe Klarna or Afterpay, one of those things for Christmas. And I went to pick up the boots, and the boots was too big. So I exchanged the boots that same day. And when I went to go wear the boots, they were still big. So I called the store and asked if I can exchange them. They said yes. They had the size that I needed, and I could pick them up. I told them that I would be on my break and I would come in same day, which was Thursday. And when I got there, the the person who assisted me, I don't know how they identify, so I don't want to assume, but the person who assisted me, they asked me for a receipt. First of all, they couldn't find the boot. When they did eventually find the boot, it was called, I believe, a prepaid hold. And yeah, so he found the boot. He was asking if I had a receipt. I did not have a receipt. It was purchased online. I provided him with the order number, and I proceeded to go try the boots on. The boots fit. I came back to the register because I saw this person watching me from the register as I was trying them on, and I felt as though they may have thought that I may walk out the store with the shoe, or I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable the way that I was being watched while I was trying the shoe on. Um, so I did not go all the way around to the line. I kind of cut through the little cubicle to get to the register. There was no one in the line, so I just went right to the person who gave me the shoe. Again, when I got back, they asked if I had a receipt. I did not have a receipt. I gave them the order number, and they pulled up the order, and they stated that the size that I had to exchange was not the size that was on the receipt. We went through a back and forth about the shoe. And in my opinion, if I exchange the shoe and I have a shoe in my hand and I'm coming to get the same, these are the same shoes. I'm coming to get the same shoes. I just felt like it wasn't my fault that I wasn't given a receipt, or um, I felt that the store associate should have been more willing to accommodate me than they attempted to be. They were really challenging, stating that I need an ID, that my daughter could not have bought the boots from a third party, that LL Bean does not sell through third parties. You can only buy from directly from the store or directly from their website, which was not true. Um, He continued to, I gave him my information. He did see me in the system as a customer, but obviously the boots were not under my customer ID because I did not purchase the boots. Moving forward, he ended up calling the manager. She did not even attempt to go into the computer system to check to see if she could find my order. She agreed with the sales associate that um, there was basically no proof of purchase for the size that I had in my bag to exchange for the new one, which I just knew wasn't true. Um, when I first went there to pick up the shoe, the sales associate that assisted me was also on site this particular day. So he chimed in and explained, yes, she was here. She did exchange the boot. Um, the manager basically said, well, did you even come to the register? You must have just walked out with the boot. And I'm saying, no, I didn't. I came back to the register because that's how I got a bag. Um, so there were three of them just basically standing around, refusing to further investigate or go, any further or complete my transaction. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I knew I knew that the boots were purchased. I knew that if he's seeing them in the system that he can see that I made this exchange, and I just felt like this was I felt like they did not believe, or maybe because of the holiday that I had the 9, but I also had the other size, the 8 that I had. So I was frustrated, and the manager was very uncooperative. She was really flat with me. She was like talking very dismissive, just saying things like, "We're done. You're done. You can leave. We're not helping you any further. You're not listening. I told you already." And I was just frustrated. I was frustrated and I was upset, and I just felt like um, I just felt like I've been here before. So what I chose to do, uh, I decided to leave, and because she said she was going to call security, that I'm being combative, I'm being aggressive, um, and these are all, these are racial terms. These are terms to make me be or describe my character as an angry black woman, and I didn't want to have a confrontation with her. Um, and I mean, I didn't have a receipt, so at the end of the day, I had to figure out how I could prove that I purchased these boots and exchanged them, and the boots that I had were the boots I was rightfully supposed to have. So I took the boots off that I wanted to exchange for, and I left them there. I left the store, and I ended up calling the corporate office. And when I called, he asked for the order number. I gave it to him, and he asked me to hold or to give him a second so he could pull up the information, but he let me know that I could continue to explain my situation, which I did. Probably within a couple of seconds or so, he cut me right off and he said, "Ma'am, everything that you're explaining to me, I see. I see right here in the system that the boots were purchased on the 20th. You picked them up on the 21st. You exchanged them for an 8. Um, so it's all in the system." He said he doesn't understand why the store manager is giving me a hard time, that she can pull up the same information that he sees, and he said that he would send me an email detailing everything that we discussed. So he did. I printed the email and went back to the store. I tried to find security just to be of assistance because I didn't know how things were going to transpire once I went back. So I couldn't find the security. So I just went inside. The associate that helped me when I first came in was there, and he kind of smirked and he said, "My manager is coming." And when she came, I said to her, I really don't understand why you had to give me such a hard time when all of this information's in the system. Um, and she tried to say I refused to give her my phone number. I was uncooperative, and I told her that wasn't true. I gave all my information to the sales associate, and he continued to tell me that my purchase was not in the system. So she told me that she told me not to come back and that the police were outside. So when I looked to the door, I seen the security car, and I went outside and I explained to the security what had happened. And the manager interjected. She said that I was loud, I was aggressive, that I was verbally assaulting her employees, that I verbally assaulted her. She said that I ran her customers off. So I said to her, this is retaliation at this point, because I did not verbally assault you or your employees. I clearly explained what I was here for. I explained to you what I needed, that I was here in the past. I gave you the information that was required for you to pull my purchase up, and you just gave me a hard time. You didn't even try yourself to see for yourself if you could see the information in your system. And she said, well, when I left, they were able to find my information, but because of the situation, I can now return or exchange my things through corporate. They end up calling the Dedham police, who came and tried to have her do the exchange. She didn't want to do it. Eventually she did. Same with me. I just wanted to be done and have a police report so I can protect myself and share with corporate what I experienced. However, after talking to the police and then sitting and thinking about everything that transpired, I decided that I was going to make a public statement and continue to pursue legal matters, because what if I didn't have the patience or the knowledge that I did around these type of issues? And being that I just experienced almost the same thing at my job, being fired and then being accused of being aggressive, having the police called, I just thought about other black women or teenagers or other people of color who experience things like this, who go into places, and like I said, I was on my work break, so I wasn't dressed. I had on a hoodie, I had on some dingy pants, some dirty Crocs, but it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter what I had on or what I looked like. I should have received the service I deserve. And if I didn't have a receipt, all she had to do was go through the order number. But to make these accusations, for me, it was alarming. It's alarming because she was like holding her arm out, trying to walk me to the door. She was really close to me. The things that she was stating while I was trying to explain to her about my receipt or the order, it was like she was offended that I challenged her to say, my daughter didn't purchase directly through LL Bean, or he did, he was able to pull up my receipt prior to this visit, and I did make an exchange without giving my ID or my telephone number, just with the order number. Um, but for her to, in front of the police, have me to be combative, aggressive, loud. These are all racial terms used historically to justify the mistreatment of black people, of black bodies, to justify abuse and even death. So I just felt the need to speak up and to um, just I seen that Amazon video, and it's just so sad. Like, racism is live and active, and if we're not careful, what someone else may not have handled it the way I did. Someone else could have put their hands on her. Someone else could have knocked stuff over in the store. Um, so I just say that to say, be careful. Don't be easily provoked. Get people's names, numbers, the date and time that you're at places, or that you feel challenged or you've been discriminated against. And just know that, it's nothing that you did wrong, or, just don't feed into it. Because I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong. I came to make a return. And I ended up spending 3 hours, the police, the security, just, all the lies. And I really was just going to keep it quiet, but I'm just like, this is exactly why I do the work that I do. This is exactly why, I've created my training, Put Yourself in My Shoes. This is why I have this program, Stuck Solutions to Uplift Communities and Kids, because things need to change. And we talk about change, and, you know, it's a new year and things need to change. They definitely do. And stay tuned, because we're making those changes. Happy New Year and have a good day. Thank you.